Welcome to BDSM, Bloody Dreadful Shite Movies.
Old
Versus New. This is Chris.
Hello there.
And he's going to watch the original version of a movie and its reboot to see which one he can get any pleasure from. And then he'll score them based on 5 categories. Which one was more entertaining? Which one had the better story idea? Were they boring? Will he ever watch them again? Would I recommend anyone else to watch them?
Hello and welcome back to the BDSM Cinematic Dungeon and Happy New Year.
Excuse me, miss, are you tired?
Don't mind the noise. We've got a grouping quietly vabbing while watching Biodome.
No, why?
Because you've been running through my mind all day.
Do you smell fish in here?
So this time, on Bloody Dreadful Shite Movies, it's old versus new. It's Roger Corman's Fantastic Four versus Fan4stic. And see which one I enjoy the most. But before that, I'm going to play a game of Watch, Wait, or Not in a Million Years. These are the films I'm going to look forward to this year, the ones I'm going to wait until they're on telly, and the ones I'm not even going to attempt to watch. Let's start with the watches, shall we? So basically, first ones are the DC movies. Being a DC fan, I'm going to watch them. And also it's going to be the end of the era. First one is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Quite enjoyed the first one. Then it's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That's probably a hack job. Same as the next one, which is The Flash. Which probably won't come out, but hope it does because I've been waiting for it. Next is Cocaine Bear, just because it looks fun. Then we have Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. With me being the only person on the planet who enjoyed the Jeremy Irons one, I thought, why not? Next is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Next is Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Just hope it's better than the second one, because that was absolutely poo. Next is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I do like the look of the movie. They've really made it look so cool. Next is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Next, the Wait Until they're on tellies. First is Infinity Pool, starring Alexander Skarsgård. It's a sci-fi body horror creep show. Looks very intriguing. Next is Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. I heard originally it was going to be a Star Wars movie, so it might be good. Next is the Barbie movie, because after seeing that trailer, it really intrigued me. And then for some reason, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. God, let's hope it's better than the Crystal Skull. Next is Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning. And then it's John Wick Chapter 4. There's a very, very drop in quality after each chapter. So I'm hoping this one levels it up. So that's why I'm not going to the pictures for it. Then it's the No Way Jose's. I'm not going to see these at all, or even go out my way to try and find them. So the first one is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. You'd have thought with my taste in movies I would watch it, but no, I'm not. Next, I might get some hate for this one. It's The Marvels. I have no interest in it whatsoever. I got part way through the Ms. Marvel series. I didn't enjoy it. Probably I'm too old for that kind of shit. And then Captain Marvel movie. I didn't really like that. I thought it was a pointless film. Then it's The Little Mermaid. Just because I've not seen the animated one, and I don't want to see a live action version of it. And then it is Fast X, Fast 10 or whatever they're going to call it. I've only seen 2 of the Fast movies, and I didn't enjoy them. I thought they're fairly shit. Then there's Scream 6, because number 5 was basically just like a reboot / rehash of the first few. So I'm not even going to fucking bother. So let's get down to the main event.
This is The Thing. With a few pumps of the inflator, you can make the Thing expand in size. Place the Thing in the rock trap, pump the inflator, and within seconds, the Thing will crash out of the trap. The Thing comes complete as shown, some assembly required. The Thing by Fun Stuff.
In the blue corner, with a score of 3.8 on IMDb, is Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, which stars Alex Hyde White as Dr. Reed Richards, Jay Underwood as Johnny Storm, Rebecca Stubbs as Sue Storm, and Michael Bailey Smith as Ben Grimm. In the red corner, with a score of 4.3 on IMDb, it's Josh Trank's Fan4stic, which stars Miles Teller as Reed Richards, Kate Mara as Sue Storm, Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm, and Jamie Bell as Ben Grimm. Both plots are basically the same. Listen.
The Fantastic Four.
4 astronauts get bombarded with cosmic rays when an accident occurs. The 4 of them acquire special powers, and decide to form a superhero group called the Fantastic Four. They then fight their archenemy Dr. Doom.
Fan4stic. 4 young outsiders teleport to an alternate and dangerous universe which alters their physical form in shocking ways. The 4 must learn to harness their new abilities and work together to save Earth from a former friend-turned-enemy.
And they have such great reviews like this.
The Fantastic Four.
Very important info. This is the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire life, period. This movie goes beyond ridiculous. It is like the director wants to get his ass sued by the actors for wrongfully misrepresenting their roles as the Fantastic Four. I believe the movie should have been released in comic book stores in order for the only how you should say it, desperate geeks who can't get enough cheesiness and want to see more and more crap movies. In conclusion to my paradox statements and thesis, I do believe this movie has had great disadvantages to the futures of the cast's contributors, with the exception of Jay Underwood's character, in which I do believe it was his best performance, considering roles such as the Not Quite Human movies in which the story is told in a way that he has no character, he can't act, and people have made good decisions to not go see his movies. This is why he is most likely not going to be any huge roles, unless he sparks his career in a most rare, but interesting way.
Fan4stic.
This movie is a waste of time. I began watching this movie with great anticipation, however, it really failed me within 20 minutes of it. I still continued to watch it and thought that the movie would get kicked off now, but the now never came. The worst thing is that the Invisible Girl got her powers without going to space, and that is so stupid because all my life I have been brought up seeing the girl in space and getting power, not outside of it. More than an hour into the movie and there is no action. The villain appears in the last 30 minutes, the fight lasts 10 minutes and the movie is over. Really a waste of time and money.
Shutting down band retros. Okay. Susan, enter the release sequence.
Got it.
Don't have a lot of time, Susan.
I'm all set.
Engage. Second it hits the inner circle, Johnny, you activate the gravitational field.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ben, no matter what, you keep her steady.
Whoa. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it's two very polarizing watches. Like Fan4stic is a grim and gritty reimagining, well, Roger Corman's Fantastic Four is a very cheap Golden Age comic feel. And why in the hell would anybody trust somebody called Victor Von Doom? Right, so let's judge these cinematic treats. Which one was more entertaining? I have to admit I found both of them entertaining in their own ways. Like Roger Corman's Fantastic Four for its cheapness and its classic comic book feel. As for Fan4stic, it's not really a bad film per se, but it's just a bad comic book adaptation. But it's fairly enjoyable. But Roger Corman Fantastic Four wins because it feels like a Fantastic Four, and Dr. Doom looks like Dr. Doom. So 1 point to Roger Corman. So which one had the better story? Like I said before, both of them have basically the same story, but I'm going to give it to Roger Corman's just because they get their powers from cosmic rays while they're flying in space. Three. Were they boring? I didn't find them boring. I really didn't. They cracked on at a fair old pace. So, I'm going to give it a draw. 4. Will I ever watch them again? Like if I ever come across them on telly. Well, I won't come across Fan4stic 4 because I have to find that online. But Fan4stic, if it's on, probably, yeah. But I'll say I'd probably watch Fan4stic 4 again, so it's another draw. 5. Would I recommend anybody else watch them? I won't go out your way to find it, but if you're a fan of bad movies, you'll probably like them both. Which means the winner, with 5 points, is Roger Corman's Fan4stic 4. But because I enjoyed them both in slightly different ways, I'm going to class them both as cinematic kings.
Is this some sort of kinky S&M hotel?
So, what shall I watch next time? I fancy something post-apocalyptic. Something in the vein of Mad Max. But on roller skates. So, I'm going to watch 1986 Solar Babies, which is a crossover between Mad Max and Starlight Express. Why do I do this to myself? I'll see you next time.
If you would like to join Chris on his painful mission, then come and join the BDSM Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/BDS movies. Or you can contact the BDSM Dungeon by email bdsmpodmovie@gmail.com.